season already had a lot of drama. And now with Metta World Peace throwing that elbow into the head and ear of James Harden, there's going to be a whole lot more drama, and the league office is going to have to get involved. JB, when you saw it, what did you think, and what's going to happen to Artest?
I think this has got to be something serious. You know, that last game they play against Sacramento really is meaningless. They can still win that game without him. So there's got to be some playoff implications here. He's got to lose some games in the playoffs. I don't know what that number is going to be, but it's got to be multiple games. I think it's got to be more than one. There was an intent there. He felt that James Harden was next to him. He raised his elbow above his own head and knocked him out. And maybe he lost his head and he didn't mean to take a guy out. But the fact of the matter is, it's Ron Artest, and there's a reputation.
And there's no benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
and he meant to do it. And it doesn't matter if he didn't or not, he's got to pay the price.
Well, JB, you're right, because he definitely meant to do it, because you can raise your elbow, but once he did the follow through. See, because we all played this game, and once you follow through, that means you're meaning to do it. And it's a shame, because the Lakers, that game was a one-point game. Ron Artest had just scored his 12th point in the game. And he's playing well, and the Lakers are playing well. You didn't need that. You didn't need that at all. And also, why do you do that? Because JB makes a good point. If you lose him in the playoff, the Lakers don't have margin for error. They can't afford to lose.
The bench is pretty thin already.
Exactly. So now where do you go from there? So he had to think smarter than that.
It was a selfish act in a way, Irvin, because your team is getting, first of all, you're already up against it, against the Oklahoma City team that you're going to struggle with, and now you don't even know what you got in the playoffs, and if you take yourself out of the equation, you hurt your team.
And I'm just getting too many embarrassing moments for myself, because I represent the Lakers no matter if I sit here or I'm somewhere else. Bynum embarrassed me last season, and now this. I don't understand why we had to stoop to this level to go out and try to hurt a guy. I know he probably didn't intentionally try to hurt him, but, man, when you throw an elbow to somebody's head, that's what happens.
Well, and this has serious repercussions on the court for the Lakers. Let's say he does lose a few playoff games, and this could cost you home court advantage. Maybe you finish fourth now and meet Memphis. Now, if you meet Denver or Dallas, you can still probably survive without Artest for a few games in that series. But against Memphis, that could cost you.
I tell you, you know what, the more I think about it, I think there was intent, because if you were to do that to somebody, wouldn't you stop and
that's
look
the thing.
and say, oh, you know, I didn't mean to do that. What happens is Artest runs away. Now, here comes Russell Westbrook running at him, and he squares up like, okay, let's go. Now, if I accidentally elbowed a guy in the head, and if somebody came in, I'd be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
No,
hey, I didn't mean to do that. I'm not ready to fight.
No. When you first elbowed him, you would have turned around.
He didn't even stop.
That's when you say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it.
Here's what I know we can easily agree on. Look, the NBA is not the NHL, okay? Fighting might have been part of the NBA culture 35, 40 years ago, but it isn't anymore.
Yeah.
David Stern and the NBA have made that clear, and unlike the NHL, the playoffs will not start with this sort of wild, wild west mayhem. That's not going to happen. So there's going to be action on that front as well.